In the Dallas game, it took a while for the offense to get things going. Both teams here attacking early.
Almost a quarter before we saw the ball go through the basket in the play.
Attacking. Doesn't get the bounce on that. He'll try from long range. Gets that to fall. But it would have been tough to crack that rotation anyways.
And that's a great point, Megan, because a lot of times, and that's a really nice pass there by Nemhard.
They're in. Very patient down low. Jackson inside. As Taylor gets that to go, and he will
can play, and a lot of times that can work against you if it doesn't show effectiveness or efficiency.
As Buddy Boeheim gets that to fall.
They would have afforded him the opportunity to participate in that Kevin Durant trade, and that's one reason why you sign a guy. Even if it may not be the best fit, he could become a piece of the puzzle.
Keyword is for someone, because who will it be? That is the question, but could you imagine if he ended up on this Pacers team as Benedict Mathurin showing his range?
Run your offense, and you can see it here. Like, you notice how they're not allowing any scoring passes. They're not allowing the passing to create opportunities, and that's hard to win when they're playing like they've been together for a long time, and we know that's not the case. So that's a credit to their coaching staff.
Washington with the step back three doesn't fall.
16-6 on the glass. How do you get back into this game?
Like you said, about just getting back on the glass, being more physical down low.
What more can you do?
In terms of trying to figure out what's going to be the best system, or are you going to look to tweak that from what you guys were doing prior to making the trade for Halliburton?
Yeah, hope is on you, and you had to really do your job at a high level. Otherwise, Dennis Johnson or Danny Ainge is coming back in there, and so he experienced the same thing. But he did have some good stretches.
He can play in space, and you look at the personnel now that you guys have. The other thing I've been watching you guys last year,
and that's a huge deal.
All right,
Coach, we're coming up on a break soon. Can you stay? Can we continue
Absolutely.
this conversation?
All he gonna do is go sit over there and watch the game. He can hang out with us for a little bit.
But yeah, no question. That's a good thing, and I don't think anybody's shocked. If indeed that happened, which I believe it did. In terms of other things, I think conversation through. And look, if we really back up and take a broader look at the challenge, it's really about something.
Just don't know of any scenario where you're going to actually put points on the board that aren't earned. What you typically get when mistakes or fouls or things like that are made is the opportunity to get points. And so that's a nice triple there. One thing that we know they can do is shoot the basketball. They can play, and there's always a place in this game for shooters. Oh, how about that move by Kelly? For him to make that, he's been able to watch him in practice a lot and had him in their system and as a fan of his. I tell you what, he and Nesmith, those are two guys that I expect to see play a lot next season for the Pacers.
Grit, defense, all those things we're trying to, still keeping in our identity, but we want to play fast. We want to be excited, making the extra pass, things like that. I think that'll really help our team out. Now,
I'm going to throw a comparison out there for you, and this person, he's probably going to text. He's a guy that's going to emphasize that. And the other thing I loved about what he says, I want to work on cutting down my turnovers, because it's when you're a guy that's a high volume, high usage,
right?
Because I think those teams they're going to compete for the play-in. I really believe that. Charlotte, another team, that new coach, they bring in Steve Clifford.
Indiana as well, too.
Yeah, makes it harder for you to get into an offensive flow, and that's an example of it right there.
Jackson on the move.
Oh,
that's a hammer.
Gracious. Like he went off on some pogo sticks there.
LJ, Augman, my brother, Anderson Hunt, yourself.
I took him to play golf yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
That's love. I literally took a picture of it.
Young group they have, and it starts with Dwayne Casey. I don't think Dwayne Casey gets enough credit for the culture he's established, because he's made those guys accountable to get after it on that.
I was so very proud of, at Jaden Ivey, scoring playmaker that's going to get you 10 assists, get you a couple of steals. Like sometimes, and I know I turn into a hometown fan.
We needed to blow it up. And not only, a lot of times when teams blow it up, they have to blow it up again. because it's really hard. They're going to be a better team defensively next year, and they're going to have to be because everybody's getting better, which is, I think, healthy for our league.
No doubt. Gabe York into the game, knocked down that three for Indiana.
But you know, watching them play, it's gonna be fun. You know, I think they fit what we're trying to do. Get up and down, exciting team, throwing lobs to each other, athletic. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited to finally get the
championship. We're also in the business of entertaining.
Yes.
And a lot of times, some of the most impressive plays and momentum-changing plays happen in the open floor. And so now not having those eliminated potentially, I think bodes well. Up and hear about what Jerry's doing. Great things with Vanderbilt. Not an easy place to win. What's going on, Mr. Stackhouse? Patience Stack and going to Vanderbilt. Not an easy place to win, not an easy school to get in, but yet you are trending in that direction, and you've had to have some patience.
Your time in Toronto with the G League at the helm and winning a title, assistant coach in different areas, and now at the helm on the college level and shaping these players.
Final four, the last game of the season.
Oh man, that was the championship for us.
Did you enjoy that at all?
Just a little bit, just a little bit. No,
coming down to catch a game this season.
Come on, man, Nashville a cool spot, man.
Yeah, all man, right. Nashville, great city. I'm definitely coming down.
I got dinner.
Okay, now I'm definitely coming.
Most basic DNA.
Yeah. And on the flip side of that, Megan, if you're the Pacers, they're not going to be happy. Yeah, their starters aren't out there, but again, it's not about who's out there. It's about how you're playing or competing. And
5 under a minute to go here in the fourth. Brooks, Brown, as he connects from the third quarter. Pistons.
And regular season and postseason, and so it will continue next season.
Correct. It will continue into the NBA season for both of these squads as they are both looking